it's not us and them. We all deserve respect, and we are all living, breathing, pooping, feeling people. Hi, welcome or welcome back to At Home with Cici. I am Cici, mama to 3 of the best humans on the planet, and among other things, a homeschooling parent. This channel is about home education, family, and motherhood. Okay, so I was just going to sort out our bookshelves because we've had a few new arrivals into the house, literature-wise. So before I put those away, I wanted to share with you what's new for our homeschool specifically. So I think I'm going to film it all now and then split them up into more concise videos, easier to watch. So look out for all of those, and let's get into it. Okay, another brand new selection. These are more, I would call them connection books, books about observing and connecting to the world around you. I lied, this one is older. So we have Slow Down, the original, then we have Slow Down at Bedtime, and Sleep Time it's called. And it's a very short two-page spread, so it's just a small little rhyme and then gorgeous illustrations about the end of the day. So each page is a different person related to some of the people that you've seen in the original, but then it's just calming and going to sleep. So there's that one, and then the new one of the Slow Down series is this one, Patience. And it is talking about appreciating when things take time and what happens when we wait, and the importance of waiting, because beautiful things come to those who wait. So it starts with 1 minute, and then the last chapter is over 100 years. So we start with your heart beats 60 to 100 times in a minute, to a Galapagos giant tortoise completes their life cycle. And in between we have like, in 9 months a baby is made, in 1 month the moon completes a lunar cycle. So these are just beautiful images and stories relating to passages of time, really, and patience and what comes over time. So that's a lovely one. Then I found these books. I just was drawn to the covers, as I'm sure you will be too. Never heard of this author before, but reading, like flipping through for myself before I got them, and then more at home before I've read them to my little one, I know she's going to love these. Again, they're more about connectedness and mindfulness. This one, The Wolf's Secrets, is like a nod to Little Red Riding Hood, but it's more about being connected rather than disconnected to the world around us and who we are as well. And then this one, Lena and the Lord of the Toadstools, is about gratitude and forgiveness. And some of these books will link nicely to our mindfulness sitting together curriculum that I showed in our curriculum in the pipeline video, and I'll do a video about all the books for that and that curriculum, but these ones will fit nicely into that: gratitude, forgiveness, connection. And I've chosen this one, I put this one in this section because it's about connectedness and understanding that we are part of nature. Nature isn't there. We're going to go into nature. We are nature as well, because we are all animals, we are all living, we all are all part of the earth and belong with it. But it also fits in with veganism, in my opinion, because it's helping us understand that it's not us and them. We all deserve respect, and we are all living, breathing, pooping, feeling people. So each page is a different we are. So we are all made of cells, we all grow and change, we all need oxygen, we are all tubes, which is one I haven't thought about. We all make waste, we all have a skeleton of some sort, we all move around, we all network, we all have senses, we all have clocks, we all need sleep, we all communicate, we all have feelings. Oh, it's a bit blurry, sorry. We all need somewhere to live, we all are ecosystems, we all get sick, we all pass things on, we all age, we are all recycled. And then I've got some. So I think that's a book that I didn't realise the world needed. Haven't read it yet, so I don't know about the language they use, but when they're saying we are all, I think that's a positive. I forgot this one over there, and this one by Benjamin Zephaniah, who I adore and who comparatively recently died, but a beautiful man and poet and vegan. We have the other one with a similar font called Nature Trail, which is lovely, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this one is called People Need People. It's one we haven't read yet. Again, it's really new. Got it with the Secret Wolf and the Toadstool story I just showed you. And again, it's about connectedness to people and how we all need each other, essentially. So it's a lovely poem with really bright, vibrant images, and then essentially the last line is repeated. Oh yes, people will always need people. So if you're watching in England, you probably have this book, have seen this book anyway, but this is the one I was referring to, Benjamin Zephaniah's Nature Trail. And it's about being in your garden or being in the world right outside your door and appreciating seeing what's there. It is silly illustration-wise, but it's not realistic. It's like the animals are wearing hats and playing instruments and going to parties and things like that, but it engages the children and makes them. Sometimes you need a bit of what's the word, anthropomorphism, because anthropomorphism because you need it's more easy for humans who don't think on the level that we think at in terms of anti-speciesism and connectedness. It's easier to relate to the animals and find connection when you can see yourself in them, even though it's better to respect everyone as they are. Sometimes people need a push into understanding that people are people, no matter what they look like. So this is just a lovely one that we had already. And then the new ones are Nature Explained. When I saw this, I couldn't believe it, because you know, I'm learning too. So it's a family guide to 20 nature cycles. So it's got trees, leaves, flowers, seeds, mushrooms, seasons. Those are the larger headings, and then in each one there's the anatomy of a tree, shedding leaves, growing fruit, carbon cycle, water cycle. The anatomy of a leaf, photosynthesis, transpiration, adaptation, snapping traps. The anatomy of a flower, pollination, fertilization, bud burst, and mimicry. The anatomy of a seed, germination, wind dispersal, animal dispersal, and water dispersal. Mushrooms, the anatomy of a mushroom, symbiosis, mutualism, symbiosis, parasitism, decomposition, and nitrogen cycle. And then seasons, the anatomy of seasons, nesting, reproduction, hoarding, and hibernation. Can you believe this book? I'm so excited about it. Like, this could be a whole year of work, yeah, and understanding. So there's so much we can learn in here. Really vibrant illustrations, really simply written, and short. So this is one lesson, essentially. Another lesson, and then we can do experiments from this, or observations, investigations, and so on. So this is a great book. It is a magic cat book, And how pretty is it? Okay, two of my favourite books. The Anthology of the Earth, of Our Extraordinary Earth, my apologies. Gold edged paper, one of those. And more photography rather than illustration. So this is the real images of the things that they're talking about, close up, gorgeous, realistic images, or real images. About things that you don't even think about. I can't remember some of the things I saw and I was like, what is this? So again, each 2-page spread is another lesson that can expand into whole new worlds of learning, new interests, and just branch out into all sorts of fun learning opportunities. Sorry, I'm just admiring all the pictures. Look at that. It's beautiful, and it's by DK, so you know you can trust it. And then the Anthology of Intriguing Animals. Similar setup, again more realistic images and 2-page spreads. I love the 2-page spread formation. It really works. It's a really helpful one for homeschooling as well, because it keeps everything concise, doesn't overwhelm you, and it helps you plan more easily. So the way this one is set out, and that one, there's no real structure in its order. There's no categorization, which in one way I kind of like, because you know we're just people, we're not categories, but scientifically we are. So that would have helped, and it's not even alphabetical, it's just random, but I kind of like that. So we could either do it where a little one would pick a page that she's interested in and we just look, or I find a way to group them and we go through all the 4-legged things, or the furry things, or the vertebrates, or so on, or we see something and then we read a story about them. For example, we have one called Mindfulness to Sloth, so we could read about sloths. After we've read a storybook, we can come here and read about more information. Yeah, so there's lots of fun to be.